Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. Ncaa Carter Stadium has become a showplace, and the home of the TCU Horned Frogs is fired up and ready for this one. And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Dogs will kick this away to start us off. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. On the run, it's Jennings. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And the tailback's got it again. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Important second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to hand this off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down.
29 Philly, 2-9.
They'll run it here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
4th down coming up.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Yeah, I know that this guy can make plays downfield, but Chris, how about this touchdown on 4th down? They throw it to him short. He not only picks up the first down, but with his wiggle and speed, he takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Snags a quick throw. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wide out. And that one's picked off. What a play. He goes down, but snap. defensive takeaway.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the back. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quarterback keeper. An out for the first, but still going. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll try the option play here. They'll toss it to the back. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Loses 5. Brings up second down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. He's past the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. A short completion to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, TCU 14, Georgia 0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. A quick juke. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision?
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
The offense will go for it on this fourth down near midfield. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Extending the play now. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. The pocket breaking down. Looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Trying to find some room. It's Rojas. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And now the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Running play called on 3rd and short. And he is stuffed right at the line. I don't think he got it.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. It's a run to the left. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Yeah, I know it's only 1 touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. first down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion sets up a second down.
42 Spider.
Has the first down and more. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Takes the handoff. It's Jennings. Solid game. Moves the ball to the 37.
Hey, nice RPO hit by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Heads out of bounds after another big game on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
Hey, Chris, how about the running back here on third down and 1? He's so focused on trying to just pick up a couple yards for the first down. You could almost see him slightly hesitate there once he hit that initial surge from that defense and was still on his feet. He's looking around. There's nobody to slow him down, so he gets huge yards on this play.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now it's second down here. He shreds the tackle. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
The Horned Frogs with 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loss of 3. Second down coming up.
On the set.
Here's the second down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. First half clock with just 8 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. The ball is loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. He pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Nice grab. It's Stevens. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
The Dogs come to the line with first and goal. We'll try to run it with the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Looking to pass here on second down. Touchdown, Dogs. Trying to come all the way back. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the TCU offense takes the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. Were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Second down and long from the 9-yard line. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They look to throw it here on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Football comes out. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of that football. As a result, they catch a break and are able to retain possession.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Horned Frogs line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Second down after the incompletion. Linebacker shifting around now. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's caught downfield.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
The Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Running back with the football. Finds room at the 30. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one will be fair caught. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. The quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time.
Boy, the defense did a great job of mirroring the runner that time. Nowhere to go. Big loss in the game. He walled him off perfectly, brought him down before he could get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive, and the defense come up with answers this time. They can't slow them down.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Touchdown, Texas Christian. This offense cannot be stopped. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into the second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
They're setting out to try the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the 4th quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play and try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The important 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass not complete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Ball handed off. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Ready up.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
42, Spider.
The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking for a deep completion. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Stevens. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, as a defense, he'll take that all day. No problem at all. You give up a short little route, you tackle him inbounds, it keeps the clock running. That's a great job by the defense.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Runs through the defender. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands seem able to recover the football. And the ball to the ground. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Contact as he let the ball go. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, the offense just cannot afford to throw this interception. It's already a two-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
And the TCU offense takes the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nope, he is stopped short. So the defense gets a turnover on downs, desperate to try to cut into this lead. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover. Does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Chris, I love what this defense is doing right now, working with a two-possession lead, essentially telling the offense, hey, we'll give you those underneath throws. We'll allow those short gains. We're not going to give any shots downfield, and we're going to tackle you inbounds to keep that clock moving.
The pass rush closing in. Using his legs here. Breaking free at the 35. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Touchdown, Georgia. And the comeback is on.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Georgia, 28.
And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Second down coming up.
Ready? Cricket.
And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And that run goes nowhere, and that'll be the final play of the ballgame. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.